book release, Revolutionize Now. And you said you had a special announcement for us.
Yeah.
So what's happening? What brings you here this morning?
I have about 3 special announcements. I'm so excited.
Okay.
So the first one, drum roll please. I'm going to be in Canada, keynoting at the White Privilege Symposium in St. Catharines, Canada. It's in the Niagara, region. And I'm going to be talking about Revolutionize, but specifically I'm talking about how I've been working with youth here in the United States, just talking about social justice, and we're taking the conference to Canada. So this is the first time the conference has been international, and the second time that the book is going to be serving as a curriculum piece internationally. Wow. So I'm excited. And I'm going to be keynoting. So keynoting and working with students for their own conference within the symposium.
Okay, 2 things. First, congratulations.
Right. Go ahead, girl.
Second, let me borrow some money because you're about to get a bunch coming your way.
You think so?
Keynote
I got
speaker.
you. When it comes, I got you. New York Best Time Seller, Revolutionize Now, JadaMonicaDrew.com. Help me out.
I mean, you know, people are going to keep asking you to keynote, and you're going to be like, okay, 10,000 up front.
Boom.
I'm hoping we have a big crowd. Usually for the WPC, the White Privilege Conference, there's about 2,800 was the last count in Philly, but that was here in the U.S. But this is the first one in Canada, so I'm hoping that they bring out a big crowd. It's at Brock University, and they have some really good intentional, focused folks that are working on social justice there. I would say there are like 3 levels. There's class, there's race, and then there's colonialism. So there's a lot of conversation. I'm sure you all have seen on the news just around like the Native American genocide that's happened in our country. And in Canada, the conversation is fresher than it is here. So that'll be part of the conversation that we'll dig into with some of the other keynotes. So I consider myself a baby keynote from the rest of them, but I'm excited. I'm really excited.
Keynote still. Go ahead.
Why do you think that's so important for you to be a part of?
Well, I am just so pumped up when I think about the amount of energy, the amount of power that youth have to really change the things that are going on. Not even to change, but I think that youth are doing so much right now. And for me to be a part of catalyzing that change, for me, is just an honor. One of our students who went to Barbados with us for Change Institute, her name is Malika Easton. Shout out Malika 252. She, along with 3 other students, 2 here from Greensboro and 1 from back home in Rich Square, North Carolina, she's already started to do her social justice action that we asked them to do and moving out of the institute. And she's trying to get adults and students just to come out to the town hall meeting. That's the first step to get them involved. And so she put a post on Facebook the other day, and it just made my day. You know, she's very involved in school. She's a star basketball player, but she's still taking time, you know, to really make change in the community. And for me, that's what I feel like I'm here for, to help catalyze whatever change is needed, but also to do it from an intentional space, from a historical relevant space, looking at power and privilege. Like, all those things are important, and doing it and having fun with it, you know?
Nice. Now, you said you had 3 announcements, so you have 2 more left.
You fast. Okay. So the second announcement, drum roll please. Okay, do it yourself Equity and Inclusion Masterclass is coming up October 28th. So this class is for executive leaders, directors, folks who have power, or groups of people who are trying to...
Yeah, I was looking at
people who are looking to make systemic change with their organizations or in their community. And the reason why this class is coming, once again, October 28th, Equity and Inclusion Do-It-Yourself class. There's a lot of executives that come to me like, Jada, do you have an event coming up? Or can you come to my organization and do a training? And then the conversation gets a little deeper. People usually say, well, you know what? I know I have blind spots. I know that there's some stuff that I need to work on myself in order to change what's happening in my organization. And so there are 3 major steps that I think need to happen. 1, leaders have to invest in themselves. Like, everybody doesn't know how to create change in general, because you have organizational change as a thing. You know, there's a lot of things that happen when you have new people coming onto staff. I mean, you all know how it is when if you're taking a class and new people come into your class mid-year, or if you're working in an organization and they hire new people, there's shifts that happen, and not all leaders know what to do in those shifts. And then when you talk about equity and inclusion, finding ways to create a space that's really providing opportunity for everybody to thrive. Not everybody knows how to do it. So sometimes they bring in speakers. Why not learn how to do it yourself? Why not learn how to train people on your staff to do it and create a plan? So we have these skills, but then you go to a conference, you go to a leadership seminar, but then what happens after? So DIY is not only offering a 4-hour session, but I'm offering a pre-assessment and post-assessment that involves coaching to coach the leader through making those changes. I'm really, really excited about it.
Nice.
Really excited. You're going to sign up for cash?
Yeah, I'm sitting here listening.
Hey, JadaMonicaDrew.com. JadaMonicaDrew.com.
And then, you know, he's got other business leaders that might want to be a part of that too. So that's coming up. In what ways do you think you've already helped certain organizations or certain people help out with their diversity and their inclusion in their organizations?
Let me just say, I'm happy that I'm being used as a vessel to help folks actualize their own power and their own creative leadership. And so that has looked like working with RAMZ at Winston-Salem State University. Shout out Shalee and Heather for bringing me over this summer. So I worked with about 25 leaders, and we did a 3-hour curriculum just using the book. And those students were into thinking about themselves, understanding their blind spots. Mm-hmm. The question that I asked them opening up was, what's your passion and what makes you magical? And their response was that, you know what, I never thought about that. So these are leaders from first year to seniors, and they're like, you know, I never really sit down and think about that on a regular basis. Mm-hmm. And so that has been very, very helpful to see leaders really think about and own why they are in those positions, and to think about, okay, well, the reason why I came in the first place, is that the reason why I'm continuing, and to really check themselves. And also thinking about and looking at blind spots. We had a session at Winston around hot topics. And so there was a list of hot topics from HB2 to the House Bill 568, all kinds of topics to should your hair be laid or nay. That was a whole big topic. And so after going
Young Jock,
through,
you should have him next time as well.
They hadn't come out yet. But to have the students like debate about it. So we talked about dialogue skills, right? So the second thing is not only looking at yourself and your passion, but figuring out really important ways to have dialogue instead of debate. And what I found is that in jumping into the hot topics that are social topics, a lot of them didn't even do research going into the conversation. So we have all these hot topics, you know, that come up, or straight talk, to all these things that are dinner table conversations. But how much do we do our research on the front end, the back end, the left side, the right side, to really have an informed opinion and to back our opinion up? So that was a practice too. That's
why I pick and choose who comes on Straight Talk when I talk about certain things, and so people who I know things. So there's two examples in here right now.
Yeah, and I don't know everything. I'm just trying to know more.
But you at least do your research though. So that's you just hit on something right there. Appreciate it.
So yeah, I think the book and the work that I do and the way I lead has been really helpful in helping people to understand how they are creative, to think about ways that they can create change, not only organizationally, but in the community. And I was just chopping it up with one of our partners in Barbados with Change Institute, and he is putting together, I call it a master plan, and really looking at holistic change in the community. I'm not going to put it out on the table because I think it's something that needs a lot of seasoning, but really looking at how to tap into every single area in the community at the same time with a plan in order to make change. And so we were just talking about different practices and sharing practices back and forth, and yeah, it's just been amazing to see how what was put on my heart and in my soul to create this, what I call a guidebook or curriculum, has really like helped folks individually and institutionally and with organizations.
Nice.
It's a great book, by the way.
Tell me about what you think about it. Tell me.
It forced me to really sit down and think, because it's interactive. Like, you have to fill out, like, it's like a workbook somewhat. And I really like the personal touches that she put in the book. She goes into her background, her history, her upbringing, and what made her shift her focus to activism and revolutionizing. And I liked it. I have to go back because I wasn't ready, though. I wasn't ready. I was not ready. Like,
what weren't you ready for?
Stepping into the leadership role, like,
but
it's overwhelming.
Okay, so
I'm
you're
still accepting
You're a teacher. Excuse me, professor.
Professor.
Ooh, and you are like leading these dope deep conversations
It's
in
crazy.
the city. You are a leader.
I haven't really accepted it yet, but this book, I can always go back to it and refer to it. That's always great. So
Awesome. Looks like it needs to be a curriculum piece in your
okay,
class.
yeah. Hey,
We can talk about it.
It may.
Yes.
It's like a commercial right there.
Right.
It's commercial.
Did that.
Well, while we're talking about it, where can people get the book?
JadaMonicaDrew.com. You can sign up, Mr. Cash, for a DIY masterclass and also purchase your copy of Revolutionize Now. And it's on Amazon.
I was about to tell you.
Also on Amazon.
And you have a third announcement.
Yes! Third announcement. Drum roll! Okay. So, I have been able to fix my schedule so that I can do a lot more work. I would say be more available to
I need to talk to you.
learn, to learn with, and to be of help back home. So I'm going to spend a lot more time in 252 Richmond, North Carolina, a lot more time in Greensboro. I still do a lot of traveling, but I really like working my schedule so that I'm home longer amounts of time. So I'm in Greensboro longer amounts of time. So I can, one, spend a lot more time with my family, and then two, really share the gifts that I have and bring people together. I feel like I'm a connector, and sometimes people just need that glue. And I see that being a big need in a lot of places, especially where I'm from. The education system in particular, I'm really passionate about, helping teachers, whether it's in the classroom, outside the classroom, community leaders, to be better and connect with people more. And so I'm just excited to go home and volunteer, be around my mom, hang out with my family and my little cousins. So that might not be like a big announcement for some folks, but for me, that's huge.
It's absolutely
Your
huge.
schedule is out of control, so yeah.
Because one of the things that like I think about right now is like I'm definitely making a lot of great strides in my career, but as I make these strides, I'm gonna have to spend more and more of my time away, and so I'm thinking about how do I set things in place now so that at a certain point I can have the option to be like, all right, I'm done with it, and I'm good. Let me go over here and deal with my business and spend time with my family. So, I mean, that's stuff I think about that stuff every single day.
And it's hard. It's really hard when you want to do certain things in your career, and you have to get to a certain place. Like, quite frankly, you have to be bringing in a certain amount of income in order to take care of yourself, so that you can more effectively help and take care of others. But how do you balance in that? Oof, it's a beast.
Now, what's this South Africa thing I see you guys posting about?
Look at you doing your research.
I mean, you're my friends on Facebook and Instagram and all that. I can't help but see it.
So the friends includes my bestie, Natasha Nicole Lake, and a good friend of mine, Sudi Nalo. So we have teamed up to put together a trip called Black Royalty, going to South Africa. And the purpose is just that, to go to South Africa together, to connect not only with one another while we're there, and also to connect to locals there, and not just do the touristy thing. I mean, a lot of people have never been to South Africa, so we got to do a good touristy thing, right?
Sure.
But we're going to go and make sure we visit the Zulu community. We're going to connect with black businesses. The house that we're staying in is black owned. Have you seen the picture? It's dope.
I haven't seen that picture, no.
It's on the Facebook page.
Okay.
You've seen it more.
I haven't
More
seen it.
than you should go. It's dope. Black Royalty, look us up on Facebook. And so we want to create a space that provides not only time to connect and have a good time, to party, but to really build an opportunity to travel abroad and to look at what does it mean to go to another country with an entrepreneurial spirit, to know that we're going to not only connect there, but to build something when we leave. I did a retreat not too long ago, Memorial Day actually, with two friends of mine, and the space that was created and just us coming with intentions and ideas and sharing our ideas from Memorial Day to now, we've seen so many of those things manifest because we were intentional about it.
Yeah.
So
really
you all can sign up for Black
I
Royalty.
gotta get my life right.
Okay.
I can't miss this.
When is it?
Down payments are
Around the
due
corner.
soon.
Yeah, I
But
saw.
we can make modifications if you are serious.
So
City or
serious.
so, JadaMonicaDrew@gmail.com for inquiries.
Is this just for women?
It is not.
Okay.
It is not.
Because I feel like I've only seen women on the.
That's the second. But if you go to the website, we haven't been on the website.
Okay.
Yeah, it's for women for men, for people who do not have a gender identifier. It's for everybody that wants to come and connect and love on each other.
I'm with it. And I want to go to Africa.
Let's go.
When is the trip again?
It is November 6th.
Oh, it's this year.
Sorry, November 7th through the 12th. That'll be the dates together.
That's
this year.
It is.
It's coming up soon. But you know what? If not now, then when?
This is facts. I gotta run with that.
If not
I
now,
gotta
then
run with
when?
it.
So many things for the listeners to do. JadaMonicaDrew.com, DIY,
Shout out to plug.
get the book, come with us to South Africa, bring your kids to Barbados. We're doing it all.
Everything.
I'm looking at you, Morty.
I know.
This trip has you written all over
It does.
You gotta do it. Anyway.
Anyway.
You had four announcements
Yeah.
for us today.
Did I say four?
Awesome.
That was 4.
You said 3 originally, but
We're
you know,
talking
I
about
asked
Africa
you
trip.
about the South Africa trip. I thought it was going to be.
Oh, yeah.
I actually thought you were saving the best for last with that one.
Well, I forgot. You know what? There's so much going on. That is happening, so I'm glad you asked that question.
But I'm proud of you though. So it's great to see like how people grow from. You know, I met you as a freshman in college, and you know you're a freshman as well over at Guilford College. I was at UNCG.
Guilford College, go Quakers.
You know, so it was cool. It's cool to see how we've both grown through everything. So
Thanks,
I really
Chris.
appreciate seeing your journey.
I'm proud of you too. So I have a question.
Okay.
Yes.
I want to know what's been up with y'all. Yes, I said y'all.
Mm.
252 coming out. And like, I want to know, how does it feel to, because this is a huge platform, right? Straight Talk, I think, needs to happen all day, every day on so many radio stations. So how do you all feel about that level of leadership, the level of power, just, you know, your role in bringing these conversations to the community?
I'm similar to Maury. I feel like I don't really have that much power, but I guess I do if you look at it. Because I'm just Chris that goes back home. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I don't think about TV or radio or anything like that. I should probably think about it more. But actually, Morgan and I are working on something right now that is going to be pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, if everybody is
On
feels
board.
if everybody feels the same way that we feel about it, and
Mm-hmm.
it's about you know, I guess it's mostly it's not really to exclude anybody, but it's for black people to appreciate black people a lot more. We have a little movement, a saying, and all that we're gonna have, and all that coming out. And it's gonna be certain things that's gonna come out in waves. Hopefully, you'll see it by the end of the year, and we've made some of the first steps already. So
That's exciting. Well, make sure you pull people in to help out. A lot of folks doing that in the city, so I'm sure you'll have a lot of support.
you two, honestly, would be some of the first people I was gonna talk to. Honestly, when things are, I don't have anything to show anybody right now, but that should be changed within the next week or so. So, like, you know, once I have something to show, then I'll be contacting some of the people I know and trust.
That's awesome. That's wonderful. I'm excited.
I would say, to go back to your question though, I know this platform for me is overwhelming. Because all of this, he's been in the game for a while now. All of this is absolutely new to me, and I just take it a day at a time. But the power that comes with it, I'm still accepting it and growing in it and finding my voice. So yeah, it's crazy overwhelming, but in a good way.
I think y'all are doing a really good job. You know, I think about I think last time we were talking about, you know, HB2. We talked about a lot of the issues within our justice system, and so bringing that to a mainstream radio station, I think, is really important. And then, you know, those movies like what is it, Don Cheadle, the Talk to Me, when he really talked about, you know, ways that radio has served as a way to educate the community. And some people only listen to the radio, and back then they only had radio. A lot of people didn't have TV. So I appreciate y'all. I just want to say that, and I'm here for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I think that was the first. I think it's the first time somebody's come on and like
That's us.
started, you know, interviewing us.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's awesome.
I was like, whoa, let me get prepared for this question.
Well, for sure, give out your contact information again so people can get the book and see everything that you have going on, possibly go to South Africa with you as well.
Yes. So can I make some more announcements too?
Oh, go for it.
Like PSAs?
Yeah, we have like a minute. So
A minute.
Everything you can get in a minute.
So to sign up for DIY Masterclass with Jada, JadaMonicaDrew.com, and you'll also find the link to the book. And there's an awesome folk festival coming to the city. I'm grateful to be a part of the group that's bringing it in, Arts Greensboro. Make sure y'all come out September 8th through the 10th. We got Grandmaster Flash coming, y'all. So if you've been watching the Get Down, it's the place to come out and meet Flash. And then also big shout out to KPE Media that's been putting some really great videos up and put the book together for me. And special shout out to NNL, Natasha Nicole Lake, who's been helping me throughout this process. I appreciate you, girl.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming in. You listen to Straight Talk.